How good is the Subaru XV off-road? Today we are gonna find out by doing a series of challenges off-road and going for a rally drive.
Give me out got the facts, bro. 110 safety features.
Bro, that's gonna be crazy. You're gonna be fine, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, I wish you could look.
A bit slow.
Yeah. This is very slow. Oh God!
That looks like so much fun.
Bro,
Capture that? Didn't capture Asian saying that again.
rule. We only have one rule. We are not gonna flip the car.
Oh yeah.
That's slow.
That's very slow.
Pussy. I wanna be.
Imagine if he was.
Let's go! Floor it through the corner.
Pussy.
This is us before getting into the Subaru driving experience. We'll let you guys know how the experience is. We'll let you guys know how the experience is. Alright, let's do this.
Your name? AJ, I'm Joshua. Nice to meet you. So before we move for safety, your leg don't cross like this. Both foot, yes, good, alright. Then what I need you to do is, when the car is moving, jumping the time, anchor your body with your foot pressed onto the floor.
Okay.
This way, yes, correct. So I need you to attach to your seat tightly. So when the car is moved, you just push, then you are holding tight. Then you can hold the handle on the side as well. Okay.
Okay, have fun, guys.
Great, bro. Crazy. This guy is insane. I don't know how that car is gonna go back on the road. That's crazy. How do you feel?
Pretty normal. You do this all the time.
First time going off-road on a Subaru XV. Oh God, this is fun.
Still a bit, prepare for the brake a bit more, okay?
Okay.
Prepare for the brake until reaching 16 above degree. Yes.
Okay.
So now we can turn on the smooth.
And let's go off the brake.
Yes, let off everything, including your stress. Enjoyable moment, right? Okay. It's not same with other SUV because some other of SUV they already set up like 60% in front, 40% at the back.
Yeah.
But for the Subaru it's independent. That's why we call symmetrical all-wheel drive.
So how are we gonna go up this hill?
So start climbing slowly. Start climbing slowly. Slowly. Alright. Just go. And slightly turn a bit to the left. Start rolling. Okay. Start rolling.
Bro, this is crazy.
Start rolling. Slow. Okay, we start to going down. Left a bit, steering left a bit. Okay. Nice. Yes, now you passed the test already.
Okay. I did not flip the car.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go fast?
No. For this Crosstrek only 20 km below.
Oh,
Not more than that. It's not like a rally.
okay.
Below 20.
Yeah.
Below 20, yeah, bro. 100% below 20.
So you see the comfort there?
Very comfortable.
Very comfortable, right?
Very comfortable. Jesus, Ahmed. He said below 20.
I have 20.
You're drifting though.
What the hell, bro?
Bro, I told you we are professional drivers.
So what's your comment about Subaru?
Bro, this is great, but just don't let Lebanese people drive.
The slowest I drove was 40.
It's really crazy.
Bro, I want to bring a Subaru and a BMW and a Porsche here,
Oh, nice.
so we can test the cars. And
Hey.
then 3 of us can race.
Ah.
So the conclusion is the cars are actually quite capable off-road.
Yeah.
They're just not very capable on-road. I mean, but off-road, damn, bro.
We actually know that the car can drift also.
Yeah, this car can definitely drift.
So this one, it has the Subaru global platform that
Yep.
is supposed to be 70% more stiff.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has better torsional rigidity
Okay.
as opposed to the previous generation.
that's great.
It also has a very low center of gravity
because of the
because
Boxer
of the
engine.
Boxer engine. Yeah,
Normal
unlike-
engines are like this. This is
Yeah,
like,
this is like one of these
Yeah.
engines, so it's
Okay.
always just doing this
Yeah.
and working all 4 wheels at once.
Boxer engines are seen in 911s.
So essentially, it's a Japanese Porsche.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Road.
You see, you buy an X5, you buy a GLE, you buy a Cayenne, all these off-road cars, and never take them off-road. It's a complete waste of the entire use case of buying an SUV. Instead, with this, it's a crossover. It's 140 grand. It's an NA, and, you know, it's naturally aspirated, which means that it doesn't have turbos and complicated bullshit, so it will never break down. And you can take it off-road, and it's cheap. So if it scratches, you're not gonna be so upset about it, you know. So it's one of those cars that it actually meets its use case, and people who actually buy the car actually use it as opposed to fucking garage queens, right? How many Cayennes do stuff like this? They're completely capable of doing them, they don't do them. How many X5s do stuff like this? Everyone buys an X5 and does the school run instead.
Yeah.
How
G-Wagons.
boring. G-Wagons? That's like bottom G, bro.
Yeah.
You don't even take them off-road. What's the point? Look at my V8. I go to work and come back. Bro, look at my 2-liter NA CVT doing drifts, 4-wheel drive, going up mountains, coming back down.
So if you like the video, subscribe and like the video, I guess.